Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. This is the 14First Alert Weather Show at 9. Welcome aboard here. If you have questions or comments, you can do that on the 14 News Facebook page, and we'll check those out here in a bit. I'm looking out the window now. We have a bit of a sunset there where we didn't have showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow is going to play out a lot like today. We have more scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon as things heat up. It is going to get hotter Thursday, and our storm risk has actually increased Thursday through Friday. And then we have rain likely all the way up through to Saturday. The heat index will likely climb into the mid to upper 90s on Thursday. That'll be the hottest day of the work week. And then we pull back a bit as we have clouds and rain here over the weekend. But overall, temperatures are pretty much within the normal range. For tomorrow, the thunderstorm risk is just for general thunder, maybe some flooding. Flash flooding with some. But on Thursday, the Storm Prediction Center did upgrade the tri-state to a level 1 of 5 risk. That's the lowest, marginal. But we could see a few stronger thunderstorms developing during Thursday evening and lingering into Friday morning. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast with clouds overnight or partly cloudy, and then more showers and storms kicking up during the afternoon on Wednesday. Thursday, we start with sunny skies in the morning, giving us a head start on that 90-degree temp. And then by the evening, showers and storms will be diving through. Latest model now has trended a little farther south with those, but again, it's all kind of fickle this many days out, especially with a squall line situation as I'm expecting there late Thursday and Friday. The showers and storms are concentrated right now over western Kentucky, primarily over Hopkins and Muhlenberg counties again. No severe thunderstorms down that way, but we do have yet another round of heavy rain. Remember, this is the area that was in extreme drought conditions just about a month and a half ago, so big turnabout there. Other showers and storms have moved out for the most part, and it will be quiet overnight once those Hopkins and Muhlenberg County showers and thunderstorms fizzle out. 79 degrees out there now. It's very muggy again. Everybody has dropped into the 70s except for Mount Carmel and Oakland City, both at 80 now. And with the feels like temperatures generally mid-70s to low 80s there across the board, pretty much what we had yesterday at this time too. We got down to 72 this morning, and 87 was the high this afternoon, so that is just a degree or so shy of the normal high. We were slightly warmer today than yesterday at this time. We'd had some showers that actually cooled us down near the station here. Our high temperature about 2 degrees cooler than the average. Now for the month, we are in all 80-degree days this week so far. We've had no additional rain at the airport. Some of you did pick up rain today. I know we had pretty good thunderstorm or shower around Spotsville, and of course now we're getting rain in Hopkins and Muhlenberg counties. Earlier it was Union and Gallatin counties, so it's just, and southern Posey, so it's just around. The cold front back to the west really doesn't have any chance of getting down here as a cold front. It'll kind of wash out or lose its definition. But as that energy moves down, it will likely kick up some showers and storms. I want you to pay attention to Missouri back here after we get our afternoon thunderstorms on Wednesday. By Thursday, you see that line of storms developing. Earlier today, the model had it up here, and now it's kind of trended a little farther south, and that's pretty typical. It could pop up and move in just about any direction, so we won't put too much credence in that other than to say there's a pretty good chance we'll have some thunderstorms on Thursday night and Friday. And I mentioned the temperature spread already. They're pretty even keel there through the week. Through Saturday and Sunday, still a chance for rain, but by early next week we begin to dry things out. So we finally get that kind of hot, dry July weather for a change. Rainfall between now and next week, about 1.5 to 2 inches. But again, a lot of that's going to be very isolated in where it falls under those heavier showers and thunderstorms. On the European model, we have rain chances through Saturday and Sunday. Notice how everything just kind of drops down to the south, and then that leaves us dry there for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the European is keeping us dry all the way through next week. which kind of lines up with the longer range climate guidance, but the European is also bullish on heavier rainfall along the way. 71 degrees tonight with patchy fog, 84 tomorrow. Again, isolated afternoon storms. Same thing for Thursday, just a little better chance for rain and storms Thursday and Friday. And again, we have that marginal risk in there, level 1 risk, so a couple more severe thunderstorms not out of the question. Through the 21st of July, we are warmer than normal across the tri-state and near normal on rainfall. The pet pick tonight is Peanut. How about that? I don't know who Peanut belongs to, because when these save over, only the pet name comes over with it. I guess I should have put the owner name on there too, but if you're Peanut's owner, you got a great cat there, and a loyal one too, it looks like. All right, let me get your questions here and comments, if there are any. See who's on board here tonight. Oh, we got Lucas Sigler on there tonight. Got some nasty looking clouds pushing into Providence from Madison and some lightning. It's not going to get bad. You're going to get rain down there and some thunder, but we're not looking at severe weather down there, Lucas. Carolyn Lovelace, hello from Hobstadt. Hey, back at you. Ricky Brown, getting tired of rain. I know a lot of you are getting tired of rain. Jeff Miller got 1500ths out in Savaw today. Well, that's good for the garden. Just a little reinforcement out there. I had to water all my plants again today because it's dry here in the city. William Raleigh had a few sprinkles today. Humidity was noticeable, kind of warm. There's a nice breeze. Finally got 66. Silas Chalmers garden tractor running after 7 years sitting. Well, that's impressive. How about that? Wow. How old? 66? Oh, 1966. I get it. Yeah, it's as old as me. Actually, I'm older than it, but not by much. Cheyenne Hammonds, good evening. Glad to have you on. And my anniversary's tomorrow, Cheyenne. So see, I remembered yours. I got to remember mine tomorrow. July 8th, 1989. And it was hot. Oh my goodness, it was hot. The air conditioning in the church was broken. It was sweltering. But it's lasted 38 years, so there you go. Lenny Howard, good evening from Whitesville, Kentucky. Nice weather. Well, I'm glad you approve. Good job. Jason Dodson, watching from Cloverport. Hope it's not a washout Saturday because they're having a river jam in downtown Cloverport. Everything starts at 1. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a washout, but you know how these things are. If you happen to be the place where the thunderstorm sets up, you could get a washout, but widespread washout we're not looking at. Darlene Azell, good evening. Going to try Holiday World again Saturday. Pray the weather is good. I will. It's always, you hate to head all the way over and then get rained out. Paulette Allen says, look like storms in Muhlenberg County. Have a great rest of the week. Yeah, you got a few. What about Beechmont, Kentucky? Abigail Oglesby. Well, let's go back here and look at Beechmont. Let's see here. Got to get the radar up, and we can look down there at Muhlenberg County again. See you later, Peanut. We got work to do here. There we go. Okay. So, come on. There it goes. This thing is always a little slow to load here. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't good. What happened? I broke it. No, there it goes. Okay. I hope I didn't break it. We will try again. Okay. I'm not going to force the issue here. I'll just very slowly zoom in. No fast moves. I'm negotiating with a radar here, being held hostage. All right. Beechmont is, okay, so here's Muhlenberg County. You would be down in this area. And right now, it looks like your showers and storms are moving out there by Penrod. Let me get the lightning strikes on here so we can see. I don't think we've had a lot. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see some lightning. It looks like the lightning, the most recent strike was up here by Rochester, and we have some rain and thunder there around Central City and Bremen. But I think you're going to be fine. We're not expecting severe that way. And as long as we're in the neighborhood here, I didn't check, but I'll bet Laura Gray is on, and she'll want to know what's going on in Hopkins County over in Dawson Springs. So you're just about out of the rain. It's out to the north of you there, Charleston, and then right up here, Madisonville, Hanson, basically along and just west of Interstate 69. Rain and thunder. Okay. Tara McDaniel can see lightning from downtown Evansville to the south. That's what we're looking at. Do I wear designer suits? Nope. Right off the rack. Let's see. Cheyenne Hammonds. Happy anniversary. Well, thank you. Thank you. Carol Blythe. We sure don't need more rain in Oakland. We had 12.5 inches last week. Yeah, really. There's Laura Gray. See, I knew you'd be on there. Pouring down rain, big time. Yeah, it'll be moving out soon. You must not live right in Dawson. You might live out here somewhere where we're showing the rain right now. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just that who knows where the label is versus where Dawson could be right in there, actually. And if you're telling me it's raining, and I assume you live in town, then yeah. When is it over in Beachmont? Well, this stuff is not moving quickly. If we loop it, see what it's just kind of sitting in one place and raining, so it's not like a nice line that goes through. That's the problem with these showers and storms, and that's why they create flooding. They don't move a lot of the time, and so you kind of get stuck with whatever weather you're having. All right, we're going to do a little science corner here quickly because I mentioned this before, and the question has come up about derechos, which is a long-lived wind event, squall line. And typically, a derecho starts out with thunderstorms that then kind of merge into a line or become organized. And as that squall line or bow echo begins to move, it picks up speed. To be a derecho, you've got to have winds of at least 58 miles per hour along most of its length, and a few 75-mile-per-hour gusts sprinkled in there for good measure. If that formation or line stays on the ground 400 miles or covers 400 miles, and it's at least 60 miles wide, then it is classified as a derecho. And we are in the month of derechos here. June, July, and May tend to be the months where we have the most. Typically in a year you'll have a couple of them across the Midwest, not here in the tri-state necessarily, but the Midwest. So that gives you an idea. Sometimes we get hail with those derechos, and hail is, I'm actually reading an interesting article about hail formation because there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to tell you tonight that's being questioned by meteorologists and researchers as to, well, why does hail do what it does? But it's generally believed that the updrafts sweep raindrops into that below freezing air, which is up at the higher levels in a thunderstorm. And so you get these little nuggets of ice, and they get tossed around up there and pick up layers of water as they toss and turn. And then eventually they get so heavy that the updraft can't support them anymore, and they come down. Now this is just for, like your golf ball or pea-size hail, round hail. Those spiky ones that sometimes you'll see with a supercell or a tornado formed by a little different mechanism. But overall, it's the same thing. You have sub-freezing air aloft that the raindrops get into, and they form hailstones. The strength of the updraft is directly proportional to the size of the hailstone. So if you don't have much of an updraft, you're not going to get very big hail. Around here, the common hail is usually penny, nickel, and quarter sized. So that would be a 40 to 50 mile per hour updraft. In bigger storms, and we've seen this out in the Great Plains and here in the tri-state, you can get golf ball hail or larger, but you have to have substantially more wind pushing up on the order of 70 mile per hour updrafts or greater. So but that is one of the mechanisms for hail that is being researched right now. There's actually a group out of the, I believe would be the National Severe Storms Laboratory. And they have this really high intensity light, like brighter than the sun, and they shine it into a hail core and try to get very, very slow motion video of the hail coming down to see how it tumbles and how it forms. I got to finish reading the article. I started it this morning and then something happened and I don't remember. I didn't get back to it. But It is fascinating that even something like hail, which we have made many assumptions about for years, there may be new information to be had about what causes it and how it behaves, particularly with regard to like a supercell that produces a tornado. William Raleigh, we're up to 77 tornadoes in Indiana this year. Isn't that something? Just unbelievable. Rex H. I watched Twister the other day. Jurassic Park was better. I agree. I don't go for all that Hollywood stuff on severe weather. Kelly Korf is checking in from Darmstadt. Well, glad you did. I don't think we don't have any rain for you out there in Darmstadt tonight. Lisa Reynolds, been pouring down in Vendetta. Yep. Rex H. Well, that's definitely a 12-point tie. Well, let's just have a look. It is a, I don't know what it is. I'll tell you where it came from. I mean, I don't know about this stuff. There was a place in Evansville here on West Franklin Street called Paul's Menswear. And when they, and I bought clothes there for many years, but when they went out of business, I bought this tie. It was just in a big pile. And yeah, I don't remember what I paid for it or if it was designer or anything, but yeah. And there was a lady down there named Shawn Eichhoff who was really helpful. She could pick the stuff for me so I'd look good, assuming the clothes look good. I don't know about me, but she did a great job. And so it was kind of nice because I could just go and say, just pick something, and then she would, and it all looked good. And, but she retired and they closed the store, so I'm just kind of hanging on. Actually, these are all pretty well made, so you know they'll last a long time. And I never get anything really trendy, you know, so you can wear these forever. I do, however, have an attic full of double-breasted suits. I keep thinking those will come back. And fortunately for me, I wear the same size now that I did. Well, not when I started, but I could wear a suit from 20 years ago and it would still fit. It might be a little snug down here now because I have my, you know, dad bod, but yeah, but I don't think those double-breasteds are coming back, at least not the ones that are in my attic. All right, well, who knew we'd get into a fashion discussion here? You know, it's funny. Because guys in television, nobody really notices what we wear. I mean, we either wear blue or black or brown, sometimes gray. And, you know, I have worn the same thing like days in a row. Nobody cares. And that's fine. I don't care. I mean, I care, but a woman in our business, I mean, one different pair of earrings and they hear about it, you know. Now, of course, if I wore a pair of earrings, I'd hear about it. I hear about it too, but my point is people seem to be tuned into what the women wear on television a lot more than the guys. So I've always just kind of tried to be kind of vanilla, you know, just something that you don't really pay attention to. Okay, well, there's my philosophy on clothes. Fascinating. All right, that's enough. We will see you over on 14 News at 10, and then let's see, Arden is still in for Byron tomorrow, so you'll see her during the first half of the day, and I'll be back in here then on the stream show at 2:30. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.